You and I are traveling along at 250 kilometers an hour. It's basically a Michelangelo painting with motion blur. I'm pretty sure that's what Renaissance was all about. It's 5:30 a.m. I'm outside the Florence train station. Sky's still dark. I'm under-caffeinated, but this is what travel days in Italy really look like. In a second, I'll show you what always confuses tourists in Italian train stations and sometimes still catches me off guard even after living here 20 years. I'm on the Frecciarossa this morning, Italian's fast train to Rome. Sounds glamorous, right? Well, let's see how it really goes. Here's my first mission of the day, espresso. Problem is, before 6 a.m., the coffee cafe bars aren't open inside the train station. I might be stuck going for, question is, will it be espresso or undrinkable coffee sadness? McDonald's to the rescue. She didn't even flinch when I asked for a cappuccino at 5:40. 5:50, shoot. We're whizzing through this fast, but always have your ticket ready or your digital ticket. When you go through security, they're gonna need to see it. On these fast trains, you don't need to validate, convalidare your ticket. You only need to do those on probably the local trains where they're open-ended, buongiorno, where they're open-ended tickets. Make sure you find the machine and you take your ticket, your paper ticket, and stamp it in the machine. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Buonissimo, even McDonald's. Welcome to Italy. Another thing of note is which car are you in? We are at number 6, 5. I need to look for car number 2. I'm in seat 3D. This morning, it's a three-dimensional world. Big, long train. This is the Frecciarossa, the red arrow. Oh, we gotta get going. Okay, we're on car number 2. The service car just came by. They asked that I didn't film them, but it was great. They brought me some sweets, some savory, and yeah, more coffee. Now, a couple of things of note. We are in business class. Further down that way, it's coach, regular economy seats. Further that way, executive class. If you've never done it, try it once in your life. There's plenty of space for luggage. There are the racks on top where you can fit your handbags or your backpacks. Pro tip, there's a space between the backs of the seats. That's where I always put my luggage. Or when you get on the cars, sometimes there are racks where you can slide your luggage there. Now, if you're worried about having too much space on the train when you travel, well, you're traveling with too much. Once you're settled in, it's a kind of magic. The train glides you through the countryside. You feel like a character in a Euro film who forgot to book his return ticket. Bathrooms, yes, they have them on the train. There are these small things, very clean. Use them on the train because once you get to the station, before your train or after your train and you really have to go, well, you're gonna pay, and the bathrooms aren't always clean. So make your way between the cars, find these little sinks. A quick word on security for your bags, your luggage on the train. Look, your bags aren't gonna get stolen, but that's why I offer you this pro tip to put your bags between the backs of the seats. That's why it's right between you when you're traveling. In general, you can relax and chill out on these Frecciarossa trains. Let your stresses go by with the countryside. I snuck into executive class real quick to show you this. Premium leather seats. This is how executives travel. I could get used to this. There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 seats in here, and up here you have a boardroom, meeting room, where you can hold a meeting while you're traveling and put your PowerPoint presentation up on the screen. The tickets are relatively not that expensive, especially if you book in advance. The bonus is that it comes with free food, free breakfast in the morning, free lunch in the afternoon, quality Italian food, and coffee service as well. Look, they have a little coffee machine here. You don't get that in business, and especially not in coach. Stop announcements. This ain't the third world. They're also in English. So as you're approaching a station, you'll start to hear them saying, in 5 minutes we'll be arriving at station Arezzo or station Rome. Pay attention, don't fall asleep. Don't have your earbuds in and you're gonna miss it. I was once relaxing so much, slightly sleeping, and the train arrived at the station and I didn't notice it, and it was starting to leave, but I was still in my seat. I jumped up, ran over, and there was a train assistant there, so I begged him, can I get off the train? And we were leaving the station. But I need to underline in this story, the train was already moving, already leaving the station. And he opened the door with a special square key, and he let me jump off the train. So what was that thing that always confuses tourists when they're traveling by train in Italy? I mentioned to you at the beginning of the video. Well, 1 second. First, I want to invite you to become a channel member. Become a member by joining the YouTube community member, clicking the button down below, or become a patron. Yes, I have a Patreon now. You get early bird viewing on my videos, plus all sorts of other goodies, plus the good feeling of supporting me. Thank you. Grazie. So that thing that always catches tourists off, well, it's those boards with the train times. The thing is, those trains, your train won't pop up until like 15 minutes before your train's due to take off. So in those last 15 minutes, you have to figure out which platform, Binario, is your train, and you gotta get there within that time frame. Another thing is pay attention, because unlike in other countries, say the United States, they're not sorted by destination name, they're sorted by time. Time that the train departs the station. We see the board right up here. It can be tricky at times. Also, even if you see your platform, your Binario, and you know the number, don't already go there until maybe like 5 minutes before the train's due to take off, because I've had the trains change the platform at the last minute, and I was standing on the wrong platform as my train was departing the other platform. Yes, the struggles of early Gregor Brown in Italy. It happens to all of us. There is an app I use on my phone, which I recommend, besides the normal Train Italia app or the Italo app. Those are the two big high-speed train systems in Italy. Well, that's Train Timetable. Yeah, very simple name for what is a great app. I'll put a link, or I'll put it on the screen so you'll know about it for your travels in Italy. There's something raw and real about mornings like this. It's not curated travel, it's not a 5-star Tuscan dream, it's coffee roulette, it's moments in motion. Do you remember earlier when we were sitting in those leather seats, the premium leather seats of the executive class? But what if you want to travel like that? First class travel, zipping through the Italian countryside. So I made a whole nother video about that. You can watch it here next. This is my train.